Sean Thomas from Damn Collective Coaching. If this is your first time here and you enjoy health and fitness related content, please remember to subscribe, click the bell and select all for notifications, and also comment below your thoughts on this video or ask any questions that you might have. I will respond, and I might even put them in a future video. So today we are continuing the Exposing Obesity series. It's episode number 5 and it's the third video here on my channel, WSRT Fitness. And if you haven't yet, make sure you also subscribe to Eli's channel, Awaken the Wolf Fat Loss. And today we're talking about our opinions on the fat acceptance movement or healthy at every size movement. It's really taking the account from there seems to be like two spheres of the exact same thing. But before I get into my opinion, I'm going to let Eli tell you guys what he thinks.
What is up, guys? Awaken the Wolf Fat Loss here with Sean. Once again, thank you for allowing me to collaborate with you on this wonderful series we got going on, Exposing Obesity. So, my opinions on the health at every size and fat acceptance movement. I think that it is extremely damaging. The fat acceptance movement and health at every size are, they're essentially on the same side of the coin, right? You have the fat acceptance movement, which is essentially trying to normalize big bodies, trying to make people aware that being obese or being big isn't a bad thing. And then you got the health at every size, which is essentially trying to normalize the fact that you can be healthy being morbidly obese or obese. And the problem with that is you can't be healthy at that size. Should you be respected for being a person, being who you are? Yes. Should you be treated with respect? You should be treated with dignity. You should not be treated poorly for the size that you are, whether it's morbidly obese or super, super, super skinny. You should not be mistreated in any way. But you do need to realize that being those sizes is not healthy for you. Whether you are morbidly obese or extremely skinny, being undersized, being oversized is not good for your body. While you might not feel like really bad at the moment, like you might feel like you're healthy within the moment, you might even gone to the doctor's office and they tell you that your blood work came back fine, even though you're a little overweight. That stuff doesn't just manifest overnight, right? It's a lifelong thing. If you are morbidly obese or chronically underweight for a long period of time, those health issues will start creeping up on you, especially the older you get. So and a lot of these people, they feel like just because they feel okay in the moment that they're going to feel okay for the rest of their lives. And that's just not the case. Guys, I was morbidly obese for 10 plus years and I still did a lot of active stuff. I did a lot of combat reenactment with like medieval combat reenactment. So I was fairly active for a big guy. I played sports in high school, that kind of thing. And I was always at least 300 pounds when I did those things. I was always a big guy. And I might have felt good in the moment, but man, later on in the day after I did those activities, I could feel the strain I put on my body. And as the years passed on, like I've mentioned in my switch moment video, like I mentioned on earlier videos in the series, the stuff caught up with me, man. My ankle started messing up. I got real bad depression. It messed with me mentally, it messed with me physically, and it did catch up with me. And I had to do something about it. It caught up with me. And that's the one thing that a lot of these people in the fat acceptance movement, the health at every size, don't realize is that you might feel good now, but it will catch up with you. It will. That is science. It is life. Your body is only supposed to be a specific size to handle specific things. Yes, human bodies adapt, but we are not supposed to be 400 plus pounds. We're not supposed to be 300 plus pounds, not even 280, anything like that. And we're not supposed to be 100 pounds or 90 pounds or 110 pounds. We're supposed to be in a pretty good, equilibrium when it comes to weight and size for the body. There's a specific range we got to be in for us to operate the way we should and to maintain a good health and quality of life. And with the advent of convenience and the industrial age and all this other things and things being mass produced, ingredients for foods getting cheaper, things like that, it's become increasingly common to have really poorly made foods, processed foods that don't have nutritional value. And at the end of the day, we get sucked into the convenience. I mean, I fall into that too. I buy things and I eat things that I probably shouldn't every once in a while because they're more convenient at the time. I understand that, but I work to change that because I understand that I cannot maintain a diet and things like that within the range of processed foods that are detrimental to your body. So my opinion on that is, I think these people are trying to do something good. I think they're not, their heart is in the place of trying to find acceptance. Their heart is in a place of trying to make people understand that they're still good people, they're still respectable people, and that's true. You are definitely good people, respectable people. I mean, you're always going to have your random asshole or your random really bad individual within those groups. You're never going to be without them. I think their heart might be in the right place, but the message they're spreading is detrimental to the max. And what me and Sean want to do is as former obese, morbidly obese individuals, we want to let you know it's not healthy to stay there. It's not healthy to even get there. Don't do it. If you find yourself starting to gain a lot of weight and you're seeing that it creeps up on you, because it does creep up on you, do something about it. Back to you, Sean.
Thank you, Eli. So when it comes to my opinion on the fat acceptance or the healthy at every size movement, what I really feel that it comes down to is that it is very misguided. It is just on one hand, you have the people who truly believe in that type of a message. Somebody who I would say is more like a Whitney Way Thor, who is still fairly active, like Eli was talking about being in his segment there a moment ago, but struggles greatly with an eating disorder and just has so many other issues wrapped into it that she doesn't prioritize her health. She doesn't prioritize her weight loss. And so she is so primarily focused on just being as happy as she can. And that's where it's heartbreaking for me. And that's where I want to be able to help people because yes, as Eli said, everybody should be respected, but also everybody should be given the support that they need, that way they can live their healthiest lives, so that they can do the absolute best that they can. Then there's that other school of thought where it's people who want to use it to make money off of, or to spread an agenda, or to play the victim card. So then we have people like Sonali Rashatoire, who seems to hate everybody who's not her, or Tess Holliday, who's kind of in the same thing, and she's kind of more blatant about her greed. Sonali is kind of like the indirect greed, where it's to grow this following to further her business. And it's the same thing with somebody like Dr. Linda Bacon. Dr. Linda Bacon has 3 PhDs, and yet she doesn't talk about all the negative things that can happen, because admitting to these negative things that can happen to you by being obese and morbidly obese, that would hurt spreading her message. She would just be another fat-phobic doctor. And then her message wouldn't grow, her business couldn't grow, and she wouldn't be able to be making the amount of money that she makes from her social outreach. But it's the same thing with Tess Holliday. If she didn't have this movement, if she didn't carry so many Instagram followers, would she be walking at New York Fashion Week? I highly doubt it. Would she be getting flown to London to talk about doing modeling gigs there? Would she be on the cover of magazines if it wasn't for so many followers, for having this movement behind her that she actually didn't really start? She just kind of made big because she's got a beautiful face. And that's part of this too, is that the old stigma of you're fat so you can't be beautiful. It's just so inaccurate. I mean, listen, in my lifetime, it was never a truthhood. People find other people beautiful for many other things. I mean, as it is now, my wife is obese. She's gotten healthier, but her weight loss to her medical conditions was not as drastic as mine. But you know what? I love my wife every bit as much. It doesn't matter how much she weighs. I want her to get healthier, and I continue trying to work at her pace because of her medical conditions, because of other situations, so that way she can get to her healthy weight, but she can also feel good in the meantime. And that's what we're missing is that these people, I don't know if they lack the support system. I don't know if they lack love. I don't know if they had like that stepfather that always ridiculed them because they weren't perfect, or even an actual parent. I don't know if they had that, and it's hard for me to judge, but the original idea of the self-love is so important, and I definitely support that. That's something that I think a lot of my clients find surprising when I work with them, is that I try to be very, very positive and everything's all right, good job, because that's what you need. You don't need somebody to yell at you over every piece of broccoli you eat. You don't need somebody to just yell at you. You need somebody to be honest with you and say, hey, dude, you've had 3 pieces of cake this week. You're trying to lose weight. What the fuck? But at the same time, you do need that support. You do need that love. And you do need to work on that positive mindset. And so I do agree that there needs to be some sort of a positivity, but we don't need a movement telling you to hate your doctor. We don't need a movement telling you to play victim every chance you get. We don't need a victim yelling at airline companies to widen seats or to stop putting us in certain areas of the plane. No, there are safety reasons. There's the fact that the seat can only be so wide. Otherwise, they're losing money, so then they're raising the price. And if they start raising the price, you're going to complain that there's a fat tax. That's why we don't need these movements. It separates us. We need to be more unified. I don't care if somebody's 500 pounds or 150 pounds. I don't care if somebody's got a 32-inch waist or a 62-inch waist. I'm going to love you just the same. However, I know that you're healthier with a 32-inch waist. And I know if you have a 62-inch waist, you're heading for diabetes, cancer, early death, heart disease. I know that you're heading for these problems, and I want to help you get healthier so that you could live the healthiest life that you can. That's why the Damn Collective exists, to help people get healthy. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I want to thank Eli once again. If you haven't yet, go to Awaken the Wolf Fat Loss and subscribe to his channel. And also, if you haven't yet, please remember to subscribe to my channel. Click the bell and select all for notifications for all of my health and fitness related content. You can also follow me on Instagram at WSRT Fitness. And you can join my Facebook group, WSRT Fitness, where I am doing a Train with WSRT Fitness subgroup in which you will get the exact workouts that I am doing for the next 6 months. That is starting on October 20th, and I will be closing it on October 30th. But you can join the group now and get right at it. So, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.